1871, the original copy of the Emancipation Proclamation that Abraham Lincoln signed on January 1st of 1863 went up in a fire, never to be seen again. Now, you may have seen copies and drafts or facsimiles of the Emancipation Proclamation, but if you stay tuned till the end of this video, I will tell you where you can set your eyes on actual images of the original document itself. My name is Dr. Tim. I'm a PhD in American history, and if you like unexpected history, then go ahead and give me a follow. The Emancipation Proclamation ended slavery in the Confederacy, but not in the border states because Abraham Lincoln lacked the federal authority to do so, and he was also worried that those slave states that were still part of the Union might join the Confederacy. Nevertheless, he still believed that this was the crowning achievement of his presidency. So let's follow the document, shall we? A woman named Mary Livermore convinced Abraham Lincoln to donate the original Emancipation Proclamation to the Northwest Sanitary Commission. The United States Sanitary Commission was formed in 1861 by a group of people who wanted to help support Union soldiers. Specifically, they raised money to help support the troops when they were sick by building hospitals and providing medical care. So Lincoln donates the document, and they auction it off at the Northwest Sanitary Fair in October of 1863, and they sell it to a man named T.B. Bryan for $3,000. T.B. Bryan then donates the Emancipation Proclamation to the Chicago Historical Society for safekeeping, now known as the Chicago History Museum. But a few years later, in 1871, the Chicago Historical Society was right in the middle of the Great Chicago Fire. An employee named Samuel Stone described trying to rescue the proclamation. I attempted to break the frame of the proclamation and take it out, but the frame was so stout it was not easily done, and just as I was making an attempt, there came another blast of fire and smoke. The entire building and everything surrounding it was a mass of flame, the fire burning every brick, apparently. So the staff of the Chicago Historical Society carried the guilt knowing that they had lost this valuable document, and that's where it stood until the year 2008, when a staff member discovered that there were images that still existed of this original document. Right after Lincoln signed the proclamation, the federal photographer Benson J took images of it for his Pictorial History of the Civil War of the United States. And in the second volume of this book, you can see actual images of Abraham Lincoln's original signed copy, including the shaky signature that he affixed to it because he'd been shaking hands all morning long on January 1st of 1863. The original images that the federal photographer took are in the holdings of the New York State Library, but you can find these images online on Google Books, and I'll put the title of the book below if you want to look it up. But it also so happened that there was a copy of that book at the Chicago History Museum. They had images of the Emancipation Proclamation in their holdings all along.